Let me ask you a question. Are you someone who always struggle with burnouts and feel that you're going nowhere with your craft? Well, I've been there before. As an artist, I used to struggle a lot with burnouts, being depressed, and feel that my art is going nowhere, stagnant, plateaued. But let me tell you this, I've managed to overcome all that. And the secret is actually to incorporate a little bit of laziness into your workflow. Hey, hello everyone. Because this channel is still brand new, I would assume that you guys still don't know who I am. So let me introduce myself again, this time with face reveal. My name is Louis. I'm a professional artist that's been working in this industry for like 20 plus years. I'm 46 years old. Yes, I'm very wise, you can say. I now specialize in digital art. I have a full-time job as a lead digital artist here in Canada. So first things first, I want to explain to you guys what lazy actually means here. When I say lazy, I don't mean lazy as in being a couch potato, staying in bed all day long, doom scrolling with no end, and doing nothing productive for a long period of time. When I say lazy, it's all about efficiency. It's not about rushing your work, it's not about cutting corners or anything like that. It's more about finding ways to simplify the work process so that you can enjoy doing the things that you enjoy doing more rather than the ones that you dislike doing. So it's all about working smarter and not harder, and to get the best quality result with less effort. So a little bit of background story. I've never been anything but a commercial artist. So I work with so many different clients. I started as a graphic designer and then a character designer, visual development artist, children's book illustrator. So most of my work revolves around to be able to please the clients or others. And this is quite a dangerous territory, especially for us artists, because it's very easy to get burned out and lose that kind of passion that fuel your art. So you feel that your art is stuck, stagnant, and it's not growing anymore because the passion is no longer there. As time went by, I learned that there are aspects of my work that I enjoy more. Compared to doing the rest. This includes rough sketching for ideas, visual brainstorming, doing thumbnails, for instance, character designs, as well as trying out different art styles. And the things that I dislike doing has been the going back and forth with clients, trying to haggle for the price, for instance, or the tedious outlining process of my illustrations. Also the coloring process, because I always find that it's too slow for me. So as I learned all these things, I created like a system that actually worked for me. By doing that, I get to spend more time in doing the process that I enjoy doing, that I'm more passionate about, and less time doing the other tasks that I find tedious, boring, or repetitive. For us artists, it's very easy to get stuck in idealism or perfectionism. But by applying this lazy method, by being a lazy artist, I can really focus on doing the things that I enjoy. This way, I'm able to focus on my strengths, doing the things that I like, and avoid burnouts in the long run. Now, I'm going to share with you some of the examples of me being a lazy artist. Um, this will be random at no particular order, so yeah, please bear with me. One time when I was still a graphic designer, I created like an online questionnaire for clients, for prospective clients. So this is some kind of like an online questionnaire that I would ask my clients to fill in and send to me. In this questionnaire, I would ask about the budget, about the image or visuals that they want, about the concept of their company or whatever. So I would put everything in order for them to fill in and send to me. It's because I don't like the process of going back and forth, asking, okay, what's your rates, and I'm gonna give them a price, and some of the clients will say, oh man, that's too high. Okay, you're not within my budget and everything. So it's just a waste of time for both parties. So I know if I get an email of a filled in questionnaire from a client, and this questionnaire is filled in like properly, I know for sure that this client is serious. So that's like the first filter. It's a way to tell me that this client is serious, and it's more than likely that this client will go ahead and give me the project. Now, I mentioned this before, and I'm gonna mention this again. I really love the process of sketching and visual brainstorming, doodling. So I know that's where my passion lies. So for every project that I do, I would go far and beyond whenever I do the sketching or the visual brainstorming process. By doing that, I will end up with extra sketches, extra illustrations that might or might not be used in the project, but I still get to keep the extras. More on this later. I'm a digital artist now. I started with pencil on paper, but 90% of my work now has been done in digital. It is actually the industry standard now, and with digital art, I can do a lot of different things. I love to explore different art styles, so makes it more convenient for me to explore different digital mediums like digital watercolor, digital gouache, and everything. Oh, and don't forget the undo button. Yeah, I love that button. Another one is that you get to play the boss or the manager. I'm talking about delegation here. So for example, I know my strength, I know my passion, which is sketching and visual brainstorming. One time I got this job to design about 20 plus characters for a kid's YouTube channel. And I remember I ended up hiring 2 other artists to help me finish the project. And yeah, I learned how to delegate to other people. I learned how to beat my idealism, my perfectionism as an artist, which is quite a big deal back then. And you know what? I got to keep the bigger chunk of money from the job. I literally have dozens of different character design templates that I've collected over the years. I've got chibi / kawaii character templates, Disney-like, shonen anime, Cartoon Network style, you name it, usually I have it. I didn't create these templates in a single day. I collected them over the years from different projects. This really enables me to do a character design job quicker, more accurate, and I can still deliver a high quality result. I use AI. Yep, not that kind of AI, not the generative AI, but ChatGPT. As an example, for my coloring book projects, I remember getting stuck on creating um, scene ideas for my whimsical fable critters. So I just went ahead and asked ChatGPT to generate me several different fantasy scene ideas, and it just spew out so many different ideas within a minute. For me, this is a lot more interesting and more challenging and fun to do, as opposed to browsing ideas on Pinterest, for instance, because it kind of like, do you know that kind of challenge where you would splatter some inks or paints onto a paper to create some random blobs, and then you would paint over those blobs and create creatures or just whimsical things from those blobs? I love that challenge. It sort of like spark your creativity. It's almost the same with ChatGPT, where you would start sketching based on a text, a description. I remember this one scene in particular that ChatGPT generated for me. It was a whimsical fox reading inside a glass bottle surrounded by beautiful flowers in a meadow. I mean, how random is that? But it's so interesting, and it was quite fun and challenging for me to create a scene based on that. I have several different streams of passive income. I want to make use of my art so that it can still generate me income even while I'm asleep. Remember the extras that I mentioned before? The extra doodles, extra illustrations. I have quite a lot of extra doodles that I can use, and now they are available for sale in several different stock photo platforms such as iStock Photo, Shutterstock, Fotolia, Adobe, and there are a couple of other sites. Another example of this is my coloring book project. Those coloring books usually feature my unused illustrations and then repackage them as coloring book pages. Last one is the fact that I almost always color outside the lines whenever I color using alcohol markers. Most of you guys who follow me on TikTok or other social media know that I'm not patient when it comes to coloring, especially using alcohol markers or colored pencils. Right now, I have my own technique where I use alcohol markers expressively, and I tend to color outside the lines. It's so hard for me to color inside the lines at all times, because for me, it's just not my vibe. I tend to be very expressive, very speedy, and the idea of coloring slowly and meticulously is just it just kills the joy for me. And if you're interested and would like to check how I color things using alcohol marker and colored pencil, feel free to check out my videos, my coloring videos in my channel. Okay, now I'm going to share with you some tips so that you can apply this lazy method into your workflow. I need you to understand that to become more efficient, it comes with a big caveat. The caveat is that you need to learn the ropes. You need to become more knowledgeable in quite a lot of different things. Other things that might not be related directly to your expertise. You need to always be starving for knowledge in order to become more efficient. Okay, that's a good one. To become a lazy artist, you also need to become a starving one. I like it. So, as an example, in my case, I needed to learn how to actually build a website with good SEO in order for me to be able to implement the automated questionnaire, the automated online questionnaire. I've also needed to master the color theory, for instance, before I'm comfortable enough to hire people or work with other people and let them do the coloring process. I also needed to learn to submit my illustrations to different sites, all with their own terms and regulations, their own keyword formula and everything. Right now, the tips. Number 1, know your strength and your passion. Now, be really specific and don't just say, for instance, oh, I love art, I'm passionate about art, or I love writing. Go deeper, be specific, break it down. Like, again, in my case, I really enjoy the sketching process, the visual brainstorming, the doodling. I isolated that and then I filter out the noise. You can create a system where you get to focus more into doing just that, the thing that you're most passionate with, and less doing the rest. Number 2 is that you need to always be starving for knowledge. A solid example here will be anything that relates to the advancement of technology and the internet. And when I say internet, I'm not talking about, your browsing skills or your YouTube searching skills. I'm talking about, website building, SEO, keywording, the automation system, email marketing, all that jazz. And teach yourself how to use different platforms that can boost your productivity. For me, example, I use these apps on a daily basis. Confluence, Slack, Skype, Klaviyo, Notion, QuickBooks, and Google Drive. Number 3 is when it comes to doing things that you're really passionate about, do more. Go above and beyond. Keep the extras. I mean, for instance, if you're into bird photography, well, take more pictures of those birds. If you're into sculpting potatoes, do more of those. And trust me, and keep the extras. By doing more of those things that you love, you're gonna hone in to your skills very quickly. You're gonna become an expert in no time. And you get to keep the extras. Trust me, it's always good to have extras. Number 4 is to network, to collaborate. Previously, I mentioned about delegation. If your wallet is thin, you're not ready yet to delegate or hire people, then do some collaboration because you already know your strength. Start from there. Try to find people who are in line with what you're doing, but they're lacking the skills that you have. And when I say networking, I don't necessarily mean that you need to go out there and attend some gathering or some sort. If you're an introvert like me, start with social media. The social media approach can go quite far. I remember the first time I collaborated with someone, it was because I approached the guy on Instagram. We collaborated. I did the sketch. Oh, my dog just sneezed. Where was I? Oh, Instagram. I collaborated with this guy. I did the sketch. He did the outlining and also the coloring. Tip number 5. Keep track of your progress by making notes. Document your process. Note the things that worked well and note the things that didn't work well. By doing this, you will accumulate, you will start collecting some sort of like templates, and then you can always look at these templates to see what's working, what's not. You will be able to work much quicker with better quality outcome. Some examples in my case will be my character templates, my cheat sheets for color palette, as well as composition. Number 6, passive income. Explore different passive income opportunities. In this days and age, you can literally come up with so many different ideas to generate extra revenues that are in line with what you're doing. Just some examples: social media content. You can even create content for YouTube, like this, for instance, that if you generate a good following, you might be able to monetize the channel, right? And that will become another stream of income for you. Digital downloads, so many other things that you can explore. So my advice will be to always try to find new things, experiment with them. And having passive income can help you take some of that pressure off constantly producing work. And last tip is to award yourself. When you achieve your goal, whether it's a big goal or a small one, award yourself. Go be truly lazy. Be a couch potato for a day. Eat good food. Take a 1 week vacation without doing anything productive. Do whatever it takes to rejuvenate your passion. Just remember though to set a time limit so that you don't get stuck in this depressing cycle of true laziness. Alright guys, I think that's all I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you like, follow and subscribe, and hit that bell button so that you don't miss any new videos from me. And if you have some other tips, or if you want to share some other lazy method or approach to your workflow, please share them in the comments below. Thank you again guys, and I'll see you in the next video.